one under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa.
Biafra, Merani, Onuzo ke Biafra, na Merani, Onuzo ke Biafra, Merani, Onuzo ke Biafra.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you once again to this amazing platform where we disseminate information that has to do with the restoration of independent state of Biafra. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this platform. This is Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV, a platform that stands for the United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and today, under the leadership of Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, COS interim. I welcome all of you to this very platform. Happy New Year to everyone that is watching, wherever you are watching from. We are in a new year. And as we enter the new year, many people are asking questions and they say, what next? Where is the way to go? The way to go is simple. We are pursuing the recognition of the United States of Biafra and the restoration of Biafra fully on the ground. That is the phase where we are today. Every one of us must continue to give our contribution the best way we can. And remember, I urge you to like and share. Share to your neighbors, share to your family, share to everyone to key in and join us on this gospel. Do not be distracted. Regardless what you hear, regardless what you see, regardless the propaganda and blackmail that is flying from right, left, and center, do not get distracted. Be focused, because Biafra have been declared on the 29th of November 2024, and there is no going back. We are pursuing the recognition of Biafra.
House to supply your home with drinking water. Is that how it is done in the countries where you want to continue to milk our natural resources? No. Those are basic things lacking in our indigenous home in the United States of Biafra. And what our leader Nnamdi Kanu, what our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is doing is to simply ensure those basic things. The countries that milk our natural resources, those basic things you provide to your people, our leader Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister and a lot of our Nigerian leaders, our Biafran leaders, they want to provide the same services to our people. Your people go to the malls, you shop at the malls, you have toilets, you have water, you have basic amenities, you have electricity in your malls. Have you ever taken time to go to any mall in Biafra land and see the abject poverty, and see no toilet, and see no water, and see how we live? You should be ashamed of yourself if you are any international country that continues to milk the natural resources, that the oil that comes from Biafra land, without taking cognizance of what we and our people go through. But we've said enough is enough. We cannot continue to tolerate that anymore. We are the people. We have conducted a self-referendum where over 50 million Biafrans voted to exit Nigeria. We met in Finland, and on November the 29th, 2024, Biafrans voted and marched to exit Nigeria. As we stand, we are a sovereign United States of Biafra. We are putting the necessary documents on the right tables for recognition. Again, You do not have to recognize us to be a free, independent nation. But we have to do that. We've met all the conditions that made us a nation. Biafra was a nation between 1967 and 1970, and nothing has changed because we've met all those criteria. We have a geographical area, we are building our allies, we have a culture, tradition that is respective, which is unique to our community, to our people. We have a geographical location in the southeast and south part of Nigeria. So we met all the criteria that made us a nation. That is what we are right now. We have written to our neighboring Nigerian state to remove all their military and police people in our land. We have sent out formal notifications for the peaceful resolution and peaceful exit of Nigeria from the Biafra state. We have publicized in formal Nigerian newspapers of the United States of Biafra as a sovereign nation. We've notified the Nigerian President Tinubu and their defense chief Christopher Musa to withdraw all their military and police uniforms, indigenous police security wearing Nigerian military and police uniform and security forces from the Biafran territory. We have a map which we have presented to the world and to the Nigerian state, the map of the United States of Biafra. We've demanded, we've requested for them to move out all their security forces from our land. Currently, the Nigerian state is occupying a foreign land in any space in the United States of Biafra. We ask you to leave. We've written to the different embassies, including the Netherlands embassy, the Finland embassy in Nigeria. We've written to the Nigerian president. Our foreign affairs department continue to notify these departments, the embassies and these countries that as we speak today, the United States of Biafra is a sovereign nation, and we will protect our land from foreign invaders. Again, I want to let Biafrans know there might be distractions out there from different individuals that are trying to disrupt what we do, being paid by the Nigerian government to disrupt the full defense, the full recognition of the United States of Biafra. I want Biafrans to be mindful and to be aware of these distractors and ensure that you don't pay any attention to them. In every step of the Biafra restoration, the Nigerian state has always planted individuals into the struggle. They did it during Uwazulike's time. They did it during our leader Nnamdi Kanu's time by using the DOS. They did it in this time of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa's time. They will not stop at doing it. But I want Biafrans to be resolute. Identify these individuals that are being paid by the Nigerian state through the Southeast and South delegitimized politicians to disrupt what we are doing, whether home or abroad. Know that they exist. It is your duty to identify them. I also want to use this opportunity to let Biafrans know that the United States of Biafra is funding almost all important activities in our homeland. We are funding the United States of Biafra combatant defenders. The United States of Biafra defense is decentralized because United States of Biafra is running a confederate state. We are running a confederate form of government. So I want everyone to know that the United States of Biafra, we run a confederate state. Confederating state where all the 40 states of Biafra have their own powers, independent, but also somehow dependent on the federal. We do not want to have a system whereby if crime is being committed in one state of the Biafra, they will get a permission from a central location before they Okay. So again, we run a confederate state in Biafra, and part of that confederacy is to give power to the people, give power to the state. That is the way we are going to continue to run the United States of Biafra. Again, like I said, the United States of Biafra is funding our angels on ground based on our capability. The United States of Biafra will run a disciplined nation. That is why we are going to be the best in the world. We want that discipline to start from our nation in all areas, both in leadership, in the military, in the police. The United States of Biafra, we will not condone any act of indiscipline. That is why we will continue to maintain a leadership structure where in every department, there is somebody running that department. When you see somebody under the command of somebody that comes out to make noise in the public, Biafrans, I encourage you to disregard such individuals. They must go through the leader of that department. That is the only time the government will respond. I also want to bring to our attention that the United States of Biafra have our Washington, D.C. office. That office has been concluded, a beautiful location in Connecticut Avenue. We will open our Washington, D.C. office on May 30th, 2025. 3 things we're going to be doing that day will include the opening of our headquarters in Washington, D.C., the remembrance of Biafra heroes and heroines, and also a peace summit of all Biafrans. A committee has been set up today to plan for that event. The ticket for that event will be out any moment from now. And the fee for that ticket is going to be $200 per individuals. Biafrans all over the world are encouraged to be in Washington, D.C. on May 30th, 2025. I also want to use this opportunity to let Biafrans know that the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra already set the structure of this government from beginning to end. Do not be swayed. Do not be carried away by lies. The structure of this government has been laid from beginning to end. I encourage all Biafrans to go and watch the instruction from our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. on the structure of this government immediately upon declaration. That video is out. And on that video, the Prime Minister has told us, immediately upon declaration of the United States of Biafra in Finland, the structure, the four-man committee that he appointed will deliver the structure that we are going to be running, which is what we are running now. Because those four-man committee, they did their job. They presented the structure when we were in Finland. That structure is what we are currently running. Nothing has changed. Anybody that tells you anything different are part of those paid to disrupt this. Please do not join them. Again, I want to bring briefly to the notice of the recent publication by the Nigerian state to include innocent Biafrans as terrorist financiers. I want to let the world and Biafrans know that these are innocent Biafrans doing nothing except what we're doing now. And the Nigerian President Tinubu has included their names as terrorist financiers, while Boko Haram, ISWAP, all the terrorists in Nigeria that ask for ransom, this ransom go through Nigerian banks. This money are paid through Nigerian banks. They are withdrawn. Even if they are not paid, they are withdrawn from Nigerian banks and paid to the terrorists to release people they kidnapped. The Nigerian President Tinubu has not listed those individuals that collected the money, and they have their VIN number, they have their phone number when they call innocent indigenous Nigerians.